Festivals are a snapshot of a community. It is during these occasions that everyday life is made extraordinary. A whole province is lit up with excitement, with anticipation, with a sense of purpose. Whether it's to raise their arms to the heavens, to dance to a common beat, or to honor their ancestors, everyone is united in a common goal: to put on a heck of a show. But more importantly, these galas are a way for people to pass on a sense of history, of culture, and of pride to a bright new generation of locals who will be just as proud of their hometown. And the Catandungan Festival that takes place every October in the southern Luzon peninsula of Bicol does just that. Virac, the main municipality in Catanduanes, is where all the action takes place. And for anyone eager to take a peek into the heart of the province, the Catandungan Festival is an event that should not be missed. For an entire month, the people of Catanduanes celebrate the anniversary of their independence and separation from the province of Albay. Townsfolk from the 11 municipalities are invited to join and compete in the array of events and exhibitions during the festival. Although the celebrations take place all throughout the month, the festival's crowning point is on the 24th to the 26th of October. It is during these 3 days that everything from the music to the trade fair to the shows and to the highly anticipated street dance parade is taken to the hilt. People from the 11 municipalities are invited to answer the questions: who are we? Where do we come from? And where are we going? And each municipality heeds the call, answering each question in distinct, thunderous, vibrant ways. A journey to Virac, whether during the height of the festivities or during the off-peak season, is a place where you'll find smiling faces, a youthful, playful atmosphere, relaxing, peaceful seaside, new buildings and developments, such as the ARDCI Corporate Inn. Standing 5 stories high, it is one of the tallest buildings in Virac. Thus, it also offers one of the best views of the city. And the view is stunning. Look around and you'll see people happily going about their day, new structures being built all around, majestic mountains in the background, and a view of the sea just a short distance away. It is a municipality on the rise. But this growth has not hampered the community's ability to commemorate the past. Virac may be booming, playing sweet toward an even sweet future. But it's also one rooted to a sense of history, of tradition, and of identity. The celebration rolls forward with a dazzling array of beauties who strut their stuff and show off their skills during the Binibining Catanduanes pageant. While the contestants' faces and figures were enough to dazzle the crowd, their costumes, which represented specific themes and sources of pride for each town, were just as spectacular and effective. The talent portion of the competition featured the fairest ladies from each town. Each woman showed off her talent for singing, dancing, acting. But these acts weren't just simple displays of skill. Some sought to deliver messages regarding their indigenous roots, spiritual beliefs, as well as to bring awareness to societal and environmental issues. The crowd was just as active, cheering on their favorites and hometown contenders. But the night isn't over yet. Locals rocked the night away and proved that the city was built on rock and roll. With a show that revs up the audience, musicians from a neighboring town belt out old and new favorites that get people grooving. Another cause for cheer is the provincial skills competition. Held in the massive Plaza Rizal covered court, this activity is an opportunity for people to show off their various skills. Nimble fingers deftly weave together materials in the macrame and karugumay bag making competition, showing off their speed for creating crafts passed down to them by women before them. But the highlight of the competition is the cook-off. Onlookers eagerly watch students from various public and private schools slice, dice, and cook their way towards creating dishes that will tantalize the palate and warm the belly. Each team is required to make delicious and elevated meals out of two local yet challenging ingredients. In this case, it's the stingray and tripe, locally called tuwalya. These students and soon-to-be chefs are the best and brightest in their individual classes and were hand-picked by their teachers to participate in the highly anticipated competition. For these talented cooks, cooking is a passport to a bright and secure future. Thanks to these vocational schools, the world, forgive the pun, is their oyster. These fresh young talents may soon find themselves in hotels, restaurants, and ships, and as the hope and pride of their towns. But more than that, these budding chefs are passionate about their art. And this is clearly seen in their creative concoctions. Overcoming the challenge of the ingredients, the fishy taste of the stingray, the tough texture of the tuwalya, and transforming these local staples into supreme dishes. Creating menus like the steamed stingray flour with tomato and peanut sauce, tripe pasta, or the ginger-infused pongklab. But more than just taste, the winners are also judged on a host of other skills, such as creativity and originality of recipe, organizational skills, to name a few. And just across the covered gym, another event is taking place. The Catandungan Agro Trade Fair is a showcase of the different arts and crafts from the province's 11 municipalities. Whether it's various itinerations of the famed pili, to furnishing to hats and bags, there is something for everyone. Shopping, whether for yourself or to buy gifts for loved ones back home, is more fun in Catandungan indeed. Even seafood, such as these giant crabs, but these events are only a precursor to the show that will take place on the streets. Whether in the blazing heat or sudden downpour, the parades that go through the town of Virac has everyone aflutter. The first is the pantomima. Each dance is a story of love, romance, and courtship. The rituals are based on the very stories that define each municipality. They are interpretations of ancient courtship dances, with each participating group dressed up in traditional costumes. The pantomima was once, and in some cases still is, performed during weddings, not only by the newlyweds, but also by the guests of honor. And in this special pantomima parade, some featured high romance, calling to the days when courtship and ritual reigned, while others are told with humor and cheek, such as the performance based on the indigenous dance rituals of their ancestors, which mimics the mating ritual of the rooster and the hen, each step leading the man and the woman closer to romance and love. And the participants of the dance may even let you get in on the action. The performers dance their way through the streets of Virac, all the way to the main event. The pantomima competition at the center of the gymnasium, where in full regalia, jump, sway, and sashay their way to winning the hearts of the audience and hopefully the judges. Soon, the highly anticipated street dance is underway. Here, performers and floats from each town adorned in costumes worthy of applause and awe dance through the streets. The rain can't dampen the energy of the dancers or the crowd that follows them through the town, cheering them each step of the way. Each town commemorating the symbols and themes that make them unique. They are stories and legends of how each town came to be. Tales of heroes, of spirits and gods, of seasons of plenty and seasons of struggle. These are their stories, fables that are passed down from each generation, building a sense of unity and pride. The festival comes to a head when all the participants come together for a grand showdown. The crowd is mesmerized by the heroic feats of design, costume, and masterful displays of choreography and dance. There is a sense of magic and wonder as each group weaves dances and acts out the tales of their ancestors, legendary stories that have defined them. Stories like that of Bagmanok. As the legend goes, a young boy takes a perilous journey to the mouth of the river, where he spots a giant chicken roosting at the very top of the mountain, right by the sea. He soon finds himself in a battle with the rooster, to which he rises as the victor. Soon, he tells his fellow tribesmen about the lush space, and the rest is history. The sea of people undulate with excitement and awe. The show is a gut punch to the senses, the rising roar of the crowds, the costume performers who move so seamlessly, smoothly, that it seems as though they have left the ground and taken flight. Once that fades, what's left is a place of such pristine beauty. Life once again resumes. People go about their day. Children laugh and play. And the soundtrack of their lives, the steady sound of waves crashing onto the shore. And as a local, you'll be proud and thankful to belong here. But as a visitor, you'll be honored for the privilege of having been allowed a peek into paradise.